Elliot, another great win against another great side. How pleasing was that one this afternoon?
Yeah, great win today. Obviously 5 in a row now. Boys are absolutely buzzing. And Malvern, I think, particularly in the first half, really showed how good a side they are and why they're towards the top of their league. They were really physical. They were up for it. And I think it took us by surprise a little bit. I don't know if we started a bit slow and poorly because we'd been on a good run, and I don't know if we rested on our laurels a little bit, or it was just Malvern were really up for it. Like, I think from the kick-off, their big man slammed into Tijan, sort of saying, "You're in for a game today," sort of thing. So it was a real battle first half, and I knew we had gears to us. And I said at half time that I want the boys to show more, because we did have more levels and go and win the game. And I think we were really good in the second half.
Once again, it wasn't all rosy. You've had to show your character once more. Just like the previous round, you've gone behind, but again, you showed great character to come back into the game and win by a couple of goals as well.
Yeah, look, to go 1-0 down to a side like Malvern, who are full of confidence, they're right towards the top of their league, and like I said, they look really fired up for it, and we were a bit flat, but it probably spurred us on a bit, woke us up a bit, and we finished the second half quite strong. Obviously got that goal for 1-1, and yeah, that shows what we're about at the minute. Like, before the game, I've said that this team will never say die, and we'll always dig in. And obviously going down to 10 men puts us under more pressure. But then not only did we withstand that pressure, we've gone and scored a third goal. So yeah, just delighted for everybody at the football club, really, because I think everyone's starting to get a real good feel good factor about the place. Obviously I'm buzzing, and the lads deserve it because they've worked hard. They came through a tough period, and starting to get the rewards now for all their hard work.
How do you prepare for games like this when you don't particularly know too much about the opposition? Clearly their record speaks for itself, but from a technical and tactical standpoint, you don't know an awful lot.
No, so me and Jim reach out to all our contacts. So we got 3 or 4 VOs of their games, their recent games. So we had an idea of how they're going to play. But on the flip side of that, the form we're in and the way we're playing, it was more of keep doing what we're doing, be aware of what they play. So we knew their formation, where we can target, but also knew their strengths to try and obviously stop those. So when you're flying like we are at the minute, it's more about keep doing what you're doing. And I keep saying to the lads, it's now more mentally, we're on a great run, and yes, that's going to come to an end at some point, but as long as we're going in that with that same attitude and giving everything, and first and second balls and working hard, that's all I can ask for, and you do get your rewards for that more often than not.
2 goals either side of half-time to turn the game around. Firstly from David Adegbola, the happiest man in football. Great moment for him. And then Tijan Thomas capping off what's been some brilliant recent form of another goal.
Yeah, look, I'm really pleased for Dave, because he's been playing better and better and better as the weeks have gone by, and to get a goal, obviously that smile, I think you can see that all over the screens. You'll see that all over the TV, and then yeah, for Tijan to then get his goal, because defensively he's been outstanding, and then to get a goal, you can see he's another one who just loves football, wants to just play all the time, and to get a goal and defend as well as he did, just really pleased with him at the minute.
There was a slight dampener on the afternoon. Bruno Andrade given a straight red card. Did you see much of the incident? Did you have much of a perspective of it?
No, obviously really frustrating. Bruno should know better. Simple as that. It's the far side of the pitch, so I can't see. I don't know what's instigated it, but they both grabbed each other. I think the ref has sort of said that he was grabbing him around the neck. I'm not sure. It's a bit of like when 2 lads hold each other. So we'll have to check the VO. Unfortunately, it's obviously on the far side, so we don't know if there's a camera to see what happens with that, but obviously means we're going to lose him now for 3 games. So that's really disappointing. But we've got the squad. Jordan's come on and done really well for half hour. Ty as well is disappointed not to play, but I sort of had to explain that the way we're playing, I have to put the trust in those lads who have put us on this run. But he's come in and finished the game twice for us. So he's been class. He's a top class lad, top class bloke, and then a great player as well.
And just on that, back to the positives, we've spoken a lot about the strength and depth in your squad now. You can bring on players like Ty Ward, who's got another goal off the bench, 2 in 3 for him, and it's really starting to show now that the form and the fluidity at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. Look, there's again, we're not the finished article. It's still very early in the season. 5 games ago, everything was doom and gloom. So we know how quick football can change. That's why we've got to stay grounded. We've had a great run of results. But Tuesday, we've got St. Elliot, who, again, don't know how they got on, but particularly at home, they're a good, solid side. And obviously they've got an ex-manager there at Rushden, so they're going to want to beat us. So we've got to go with the right mentality to make sure we're on the right end of a positive result.
Just on that St Neots game, fairly short trip for Diamonds, but what are you expecting from that game?
I know Cam, the manager, as a player, he won't mind me saying, horrible and dug in and gave absolutely everything. And he wants his teams to do exactly the same. They'll give 100%. They'll work hard at home. They'll fancy themselves. I think in this league, again, I haven't seen the results today, but usually at home, teams are quite strong. And if you're not quite at it, you get beat. So we need to go there with the same attitude that we had for the last 5 games. And if we do that, then it gives ourselves a good chance of getting a result. But we know it's going to be a real tough test.
You're into the hat again, first round proper for the first time since 2021. And I think, if I'm right in saying, first time since the club formed that you've won 3 trophy games in a season. So you're into the draw for the next round. Anybody in particular you fancy?
I'm not going to say it this time. I don't know if they're even still in it.
I saw they were 1-0 down. Has that been... Yeah, apparently they're out.
They've gone out?
Yep. I saw Corbius, didn't it? They beat Corn on penalties.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, first round proper's not for everyone, is it? So, yeah, look, we're going to enjoy it. It's one of them. We don't fear anybody at the minute. We go into each game full of confidence, and we'll look forward to seeing who we get.
Thanks for your time. Well done.
Cheers.
Joel, you've got a big smile on your face, and so you should. 5 wins on the bounce. How good does that feel?
Yeah, absolutely buzzing with the 5 wins. Every single game's been fantastic here. Like I always mention, just being at Hayden Road at times, every time, is absolutely fantastic. The supporters spur us on and can't complain. Another win.
And just on the supporters, we've got to talk about the scenes at the end. Hey Baby was playing.
Yeah.
You led the players over to the supporters. That must have been a great moment.
Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. I can say personally, it's the best fan base I've ever played for. After every win, even through the tough moments, like when we went 1-0 down, they were still singing and spurring us on. So forever grateful.
It's now the second round in a row in which you've come from behind to win after Coles Hill and now today.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show again the togetherness, the character that we keep on speaking about.
Yeah. We have that togetherness in the changing room. We spur each other on. We push each other every single day at training. And it just... Gaffer always says never say die, and we take that on as soon as the whistle blows. Look, we were frustrated with not keeping a clean sheet, don't get me wrong, but we just brush ourselves off and we go again.
I was speaking to Elliot a moment ago about how you prepare yourself for a game against a side that you don't particularly know an awful lot about, but as players, how do you approach those sorts of games?
With elements of it's just another game, don't get me wrong. We always know they're doing decent in their own league, and in non-league you sort of get an idea about what the basics of what every team is going to have. So look, we just focused on ourselves. We knew what we were capable of, and we brought it into today's game.
Obviously, it was a blow to suffer that early setback. Great finish from the lad in the 20th minute, but to get the equaliser right before half-time, great time to score.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned, we have that attitude in the changing room about never say die, and to react that quickly is a testament towards the character of all the boys in there.
And for it to be David to get the goal, such a popular man in the dressing room and in the fan base, it was great for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, David's a good lad. He's in my car school, so I'm with him a bit too much, but he's tenacious. He gets up and down. He's up there with one of the best fullbacks in the league, in my personal opinion. So for him to get that reward, I know Jez has been getting in and amongst the assists recently, and David's got what he deserved today. So yeah, it's good to see both fullbacks getting involved over the last few games.
Free kick for the second goal, great delivery from Bruno, very tidy finish from Tijan, who was teasing you a moment ago just before we started. But it was a great finish, wasn't it?
Yeah. We know Bruno's quality on dead balls, and Tijan, he's in and amongst it for every corner, every free kick. He scored one already this season, so he's been up there with one of our best performers this year in terms of at the back line, him and Tariq. So yeah, it was his reward today. He's brilliant. He's done very well every game he's played. So yeah, plaudits to him.
Ty Ward on from the bench to score again. I don't think he'll want the super sub term for long term, but to come on and make a difference again, and it was a goal at a crucial time once more.
Yeah. I've known Ty for a long time, to be fair. He's from down my way, and his character, in terms of the way he carries himself in his day-to-day life, to be fair, he just gets on with it. It's not what he would want, don't get me wrong, being on the bench, but he comes on, he pushes himself forward, and he went ahead and got himself another goal for today. So yeah, fantastic to him.
Undoubtedly, you'll want to keep your feet on the ground because you know how quickly things can change in football. But when you look at this run that you've come through, you've beaten some top sides, the likes of Basford, Long Eaton, Malvern Town, who are up the top of their league. And it just shows the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah. We take every game as it comes. We'll enjoy today. We're very happy with the win, but we know we've got another tough test on Tuesday night, so we'll be ready for that.
St Neots Town away, as you say. Early thoughts on that game, what you can expect from that one?
Yeah, they know what they're doing down there, to be fair. I played against them a few times when I was in the UCL. I know Cam, the gaffer, and a few of the boys down there. So yeah, there'll be a tough test, but in the form that we're in right now, we'll take on anyone.
First round proper for the first time since 2021 for this club, and also the first time in a season where AFC Diamonds have won 3 trophy games. So these are records that we keep on reading off. I don't know if you've seen any of the other results, but are there any teams in the next round you particularly fancy your chances against?
I don't mind anything. I'll take anyone. I'll take anyone as they come. Like I said, I mentioned to you earlier about the records. Love to hear it, and long may they continue. So yeah, bring on anyone.
Hopefully more to come. Joel, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, mate.